Starting January 24th.
Hello, everybody. I'm Don Tollefson. Welcome to the Fox 29 postgame report, and let's get right to it. The victorious head coach, Andy Reid.
It was a great win for the football team in all three phases. I was proud of the guys coming back off their rest period and really seemed to have a lot of energy and got after it pretty good. I thought the defense did a heck of a job. That's a very, very explosive offense, probably the best offense in the National Football League right now, and they came out and really took it to them. And, you know, just some highlights, obviously, the two interceptions by Ike and Jeremiah in the third quarter, those were huge. And Dawkins' sack in the third quarter I thought was big. I thought our receivers challenged, for the most part, our corners challenged their receivers and did a nice job of that. Offensively, it was good to start fast, or at least relatively fast. We scored 3 out of the first 4 possessions. I thought that was very important against this football team. And it looked like the wide receivers did a pretty good job, and along with Brian Westbrook and Donovan, and like I've said it, and I told the team this, it starts with the guys up front. If you can put pressure on the other quarterback and you can keep pressure off and get the run game going, that's a positive for any football team. All right, time's yours.
What did you do defensively to make Randy Moss so soft?
Well, I don't know how soft he was. I was holding my breath. You know, he's a great player, and the one thing that our guys did was they challenged him, and when they had an opportunity to make contact with him, they hit him, and I think that's important when you play against a great player like that.
Can you talk about how you moved Westbrook around the formation? Is this something that you further expanded his role in the last couple of weeks, or is that something that you've had in there the whole time?
Well, there are a couple new things, and then you know, some of the stuff we've had in and we've used before. But you know, he's really a smart kid. He gives you that ability to move him around in different spots, and you know, he catches the ball so well. So there were a couple new things, though.
So surprised at how much you were able to get him lined up against linebackers?
Well, yeah, there are only so many corners you can put out there, and you know that normally it's 2 when you're in base personnel. So unless they wanted to get into nickel and then be vulnerable against a run, then you know that's what they had to do.
You had to be happy with Freddie's performance along with the other.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd be able to put up with him if he scored that 3rd touchdown. He did a nice job. He really did.
Andy, when the play when he recovers, what is it? You don't normally like to finish up like that. Is that something?
Yeah, no, yeah, sure, absolutely. LJ's fumble there. You know, he was hustling to the play. If he had an opportunity to make a block, that's what he was, you know, looking to do, and you know, put him in a great position. We're always talking about offensively and defensively getting around the football and make sure you finish the play, and that's what Freddie did on that play.
What about facing Michael Vick now?
Hold up, one at a time.
What about facing Michael Vick now in the Central Division Championship? What are your thoughts?
Well, Michael Vick's a great football player, and you know, I want to enjoy this one before I think too much about Michael, but he's a heck of a player, and you know, we'll have to come up with something to contain him, obviously.
Can you talk about the deep ball to Lewis there in the first quarter on 35 and the decision to make that call?
Well, you know, Greg's a good football player, and you know, we felt that way since he's been here, obviously by extending his contract a little bit ago. So it was you know, it was a blitz, and Donovan had him singled up, and he won, and you know, really did a nice job with it.
Andy, does playing a quarterback like Dante Culpepper this week help prepare going up against a guy like Michael Vick?
I don't know. I don't know about that. They're different guys. Obviously, they're both mobile, but I mean, they are different guys. The thing that Michael's going to be as fast as your fastest guy, and so you've got to, handle that a certain way.
I'll tell you one thing about Andy Reid. He will get right back to work preparing for Michael Vick, and wow, what a matchup that'll be. And he's not the most animated guy in the world, as we know, but his wife, Tammy, just came by a moment ago, and boy, is she excited, because this was a game of vindication for her husband's strategy, as well as vindication for some of the Eagles receivers. And Dawn and Dave, I'll tell you, it was really a look of relief on a lot of the players' faces. They were excited coming to the locker room, but after all the heat they took about, they rested the guys, they'll be rusty, they can't turn on the switch. Well, they did turn on the switch pretty impressively, and that bodes well for next week against Atlanta also.
One thing that has been consistent about Andy Reid is his consistency. He has been the same the entire time, same level of behavior and execution since he's arrived here in Philadelphia, and that is definitely a key for this game.
Absolutely. He just delivers such strong, solid leadership.
Yeah.
And you can see it on and off the field, the professionalism during the week at the NovaCare Center when everybody's working out. And Holly mentioned Tammy Reid. I think a lot of times, and for me going into the players' homes, I realize how much it starts at home with these players, with their faith. These guys are grounded, and they're going all the way.
All the way, baby.
One more game to the Super Bowl.
We're going to take a quick break, but we got lots more right here on the Eagles post game, right here on Fox 29.
Be right back.
Third down and going. McNabb to his right, fires. Touchdown, Mitchell.
All cars have headlights to illuminate the road ahead, but Lexus has developed a headlight that actually rotates up to 15 degrees to reveal what's around the bend before you get to the bend. What kind of a difference can 15 degrees make? A very noticeable one.
The weather was so much better yesterday.
A bad day in Florida beats a good day almost anywhere else. Just go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines' $49 internet specials from Philadelphia to Florida. Purchased by February 3rd, only at Southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country. Introducing the Ford 500. Its command seating lifts you up, improves your view, and heightens your confidence, while its first-class accommodations give you the freedom to spread out. It takes the sedan to a much higher level. The new Ford 500, elevating the sedan.
Lease a 500 for only $299 a month, or buy starting at just $22,795, only at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
At Geico.com, you can get free rate quotes and handle all your car insurance needs online. But we like to make it interesting. Here's an idea we received via email. Yo, I think your website would be the bomb if you had the gecko do the robot.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hi again, everybody. Dawn Senslin, Dave Huddleston, bringing to you live from the scene of victory. Yeah, Lincoln Financial Field. What an awesome game. We're going to do it again next week,
We
Dave.
definitely are. Charlie is standing by with Sam Rayburn to get his ideas and quotes of the game.
It is unbelievably exciting. Unbelievably exciting. There we go. To be around this team right now, Sam Rayburn. And I'll tell you one thing. You guys had said all week, we're sick of hearing the stories about being rusty and not being able to turn the switch on, because you guys were practicing hard. You were looking at tape. You guys were ready for the Vikings.
You know what, I mean, a lot of people say that we would be rusty after coming off such a long rest like that, but I mean, when you look at it, there was only a few people resting, and those guys still practiced hard all week, and we just came out and executed well today, and a lot of the guys had fresh legs, so we got the job done.
Speaking of fresh legs, you were chasing Dante, almost got a safety and all, but the defense in general really, really showed a lot of different looks to him, and he got some time at times, but he had nobody open, and then when he had guys open, he didn't get time. You guys mixed it up with Jim Johnson's schemes.
Yeah, that was definitely part of the plan, you know, to put a lot of pressure on him and to make sure that he was uncomfortable in the pocket and get him flushed out and get him in the outside and get him towed.
This is a team of guys who really like one another and really root for one another. And you couldn't see it on the sidelines, but T.O. was watching the game up in the stands and all. And he was so excited for Pinky, so excited for Freddie. And those guys stepped up. And, Sammy, you know, they took a lot of heat before this game, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're all excited for them. I mean, it's good to see people step up like that when they're needed. And, you know, Pink and Freddie, they're good guys, and I'm just happy to see them succeed.
Let's talk about the Atlanta Falcons, because this is a team that looked really, really good last night. We all know what Michael Vick can do, but you guys are ready for the challenge.
We're always ready for the challenge. I mean, they're a good team. They're going to come in here, and they're going to give us their best game. And we're just looking forward to the opportunity to take the season further along.
Sam, before I let you go, you got a shot with this team, and you and I have talked about it all season long. They believed in you. You gave them the opportunity to give you the opportunity, and you took full advantage of it. Is part of your play that you don't want to let these people down because they took a shot on Sam Rayburn?
Yeah, you know, they took a chance on me, and I just want to live up to their expectations and make it worth their while.
You're an unbelievably good guy. We'll see you soon, my friend.
Thank you.
Does great stuff in the community, but what a player he has become. And there are so many bodies along that defensive line, and the fresh legs were important. Let's go to the highlights. You saw him during the game here on Fox 29. Now let's look at him one more time, because we can watch him all night. How about our man, Freddie Mitchell, stepping up? That is a tough catch. Perfect throw from Donovan McNabb, and the Birds are on the board. And you had the feeling there were going to be some special moments. Look at the offensive line. Look at the protection and the pride of Villanova University. B. West in for another touchdown. And things are looking real good. But you knew Dante Culpepper, with that great scrambling and running ability. Look at him fight to get in, and all of a sudden Minnesota is back in this football game, at least on the scoreboard. But then a play we'll be seeing for a long time to come. What is it with Freddie Mitchell? 4th and 26 last year, and then that kind of play right there, and you knew the belt would be coming out. Eagles up by a couple of touchdowns, and then in the second half, how about Jeremiah Trotter? One of those guys like Hugh Douglas that the Eagles welcome back with open arms, put old things behind them, and he helped them out a lot today. And then how about B-Dog? In so many ways, the spiritual leader of this football team, and he did an outstanding, outstanding job. And look at our guy, B-Dog, as Hank Fraley joins me. And you guys root for one another, my friend. You really care for one another. But I think more than maybe anybody else, with the exception of perhaps Ike Reese, you root for B-Dog because he's been through it, man.
Yeah, it's great. He's been through the ups and downs of this year and or through his career here, and it's a great feel. I think we root for everybody. Each of us all root for each other and pull for each other and want to see people make good plays. And to have a guy in the locker room like Dawkins on and off the field, it's a great, you don't meet a better guy than that.
He is an unbelievable guy. Yeah. Enough about those defensive guys. Let's talk offense. They took a lot of heat. I just talked to Sammy Rayburn about the receivers. Took a lot of heat. How good did it feel in the huddle to have Pinky and Greg Lewis and Freddie making plays and having the fans go nuts for him?
Oh, you know what? There's a lot of talk always about things, but we know what we have in our locker room, and losing T.O. was a big deal. But, with our guys that want to step up, like a Greg Lewis and those guys, and Freddie and Todd, it was nice to see them get out there and get in the flow. I think they were catching all the balls the first time they were throwing to them. So it was just a good feel. Don was giving it to them, letting them make plays, and they made a lot of plays down the field, and it's going to be exciting. We got next week to play again, and you're going to hopefully get to see them make some big plays again.
And you guys will give him the protection. I'm talking about number 5 he needs. And we just saw what I like to call trenches cam, where you guys are battling. A couple of times today, Hank, I saw you after a pass completion going around to the other guys on the O-line, patting them on the rear, giving them encouragement. When you guys give 5 time, he's going to make things happen.
He's definitely can make things happen. He can make them on his feet or with the ball, throwing it. A lot of offensive line will just block like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, the ball's got to be gone. We know Don's going to try to make the play and hold it maybe a tad longer. So if we can do that every game, we're going to win every game. And that's what we were doing. No sacks today, and it feels great as an offensive line to do that. And, I just congratulate the guys. I get fired up out there, especially when we pick up blitzes and stuff like that, and we switch off the games they were running today. it makes it exciting because normally that's when you get the big plays. When you stop their blitzes, you're going to get those deep balls, and that's where we get really pumped because we know we did it, you know, because if we let that guy through, it's a sack or the ball doesn't get to where it needs to be.
Hank, I'm going to let you go and bring Hugh Douglas in with the little one, but before you do, you got the ice there, and I know that's just routine.
Yeah,
just did you bang it up a little more than regular?
Swollen, no, just, you know, routine of every game going through a season.
And the great thing is you can ice down the soda right after the hand feels better. I'll left hand shake you. Thank you, my friend. Hank Fraley. The Douglases are coming in. How you doing, my friend? Here, you hold this for a minute.
Hey,
hold this for a minute. We'll get him over here. You going to get up with Daddy? Get up with Daddy? Okay, Daddy's going to hold you. There we go. Now we'll trade you this guy. We're a pretty good team here, and this is a great team, and you and I have talked about it all season long, but you and Trotz were welcomed back with open arms. And I know that meant a lot to you, not just by the organization, but by the fans, and that meant a lot to you when you came back this year.
Oh, yes, most definitely. But I think a lot of things that people don't understand, it was a business decision on both ends. Both of us had to make business decisions. We had to do stuff that was best for our family. Never left on bad terms. The fans were probably a little bit upset, but you have to understand we had to do what was best for our family, and we did that, and now we're back, and we're happy to be back.
He agrees. He said, I agree with everything Daddy said. One other question before you run, and I'll let you get your son back on the ground. You only get so many chances in this game. You guys now have another great opportunity to do what you've tried to do a couple of times before. I'm sure the mentality, the approach is, hey, guys, we're just one more away from getting to where we want to go.
Well, you know what? I think the biggest thing and the key to this time is just to go out there and have fun. Don't worry about the past. The past is in the past.
Exactly.
Live in the now and just go out there and get it done. You know, it's not going to be an easy task because, you know, you got Michael Vick and the Atlanta Falcons coming in, so that's going to be a tough task. But just live in the now. Don't worry about anything else. Just worry about the now.
And they'll come into a place where the fans were into it today. Huey, I'll get a left-hand shake from you as well.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Thank you, my friend. And now Todd Pinkston, who stepped up so big as one of the Eagles receivers, is talking about it in the news conference. Here's Todd.
Did you guys feel that with T.O. being out that you had to step up and show that, you know, you're a pretty good receiving coach?
Well, I don't really think it's more a step up. I think it's more of just continuing to do what we've been doing. And as for receivers, the only thing we have to do is just go out there and you know, stay together as a group and go out there and just be in the right spot at the right time.
Did you watch any of the Atlanta game last night?
I saw a little bit of it. Well, they come to town. That's the only thing I can think of.
What kind of matchup do you think it's going to be?
Well, you know, I think they're more of the sleeper of this NFC because everybody really talks about their defense. But, you know, we're going to watch them on film this weekend and have a great game plan for them.
How about you see the press lunch today?
No, it didn't surprise us because we know what type of defense they are. You know, they're a defense that's not going to let you beat them deep. They're going to get out of there and let everything like happen in front of them. And like I said, they're just part of watching film and see what their tendencies.
I'll tell you one thing is you have to feel good for that young man because he took a lot of heat, tried to step up and talk about it, and some people continued to criticize him the last couple of weeks. But he made plays today, as did Freddie Mitchell, as did Greg Lewis. And Dawn and Dave, I'll tell you something, and we'll talk about it all tonight on the Fox 29 10 o'clock news. This was a victory for the Eagles and for this city. And, you know, talking to Hugh and talking to Hank and Sammy, the fans really got into it. And the guys on the sidelines, when they weren't on the field, were egging the crowd on, and they responded. This one was for the fans in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah, and I think that fans definitely made an impact on the Minnesota Vikings. Stop them from doing anything possible today.
Yes.
Shut out Randy Moss completely.
Ha, ha, ha. He and his bad hair. You know, and we were noticing, too. Did you notice on the sidelines how the Vikings players were freezing and all
had their coats
our guys
on.
had their bare arms. They were tough Eagles players.
Yeah.
They're used to that warm dome.
Yeah, that 76-degree dome.
Yes.
No dome here, baby.
Go home to your dome. We're going to the Super Bowl.
No, they're done. They're done for the season. Let's take a look from Sky Fox over the Lincoln Financial Field as we take a break. We have much more here on the postgame report on Fox 29.
Who's switching to Cavalier Telephone? The guy at the office switched for the $24.95 plan, including 5 cents a minute in-state or out-of-state long distance and 12 top-notch calling features. Your ex-girlfriend switched for the unlimited long distance plan, just to stay in touch with her new jet-set boyfriend. Your old college buddy wanted the $25 a month high-speed DSL. There's plenty of reasons to switch to Cavalier Telephone. What are you waiting for?
I came to Cooper, I needed heart surgery.
I had just torn my ACL.
I was diagnosed with cervical cancer. First, I went to a hospital in the city. They couldn't tell me what was wrong. But at Cooper,
I met with the experts.
people I've read about, and they performed a procedure no one else offers.
I've never even heard of it.
But it worked. I got better.
I'm playing today.
They saved my life. I owe my life.
To Cooper.
To Cooper. To Cooper University Hospital.
2 amazing vehicles, 1 great offer. Right now, qualified returning Daimler Chrysler lessees can get a 2005 Jeep Liberty Sport with the legendary capability of Jeeps for just $199 a month. Or choose the 2005 Chrysler Pacifica with the highest rollover resistance rating of any SUV tested for just $199 a month. Or if you purchase, get 0% financing plus up to $2,500 in bonus cash. The choice is up to you. Take your pick at your Chrysler Jeep dealer today.
Don't let Social Security slam the door on you. If you can't work because of a physical or mental illness, then we may be able to help you get your money from Social Security. I'm Eric Shore, the Social Security disability lawyer. That's why our phone number is 1-800-DISABILITY. My specially trained staff is waiting for your call at 1-800-DISABILITY. For a free consultation, call now, 1-800-DISABILITY.
Welcome back to the Fox 29 post-game report here. Philadelphia Eagles over the Minnesota Vikings. Boy, it was a shutout.
Yeah, absolutely. The funny thing is how this stadium, this huge, crowded, loud stadium, just empties out in a minute.
Yeah, it
you know,
does.
it's so quiet here, but I bet you
they're all in the parking lot.
It's a rowdy mess right now in the parking lot. Let's go out to Tom Burlington. Are you having fun yet, Tom?
Hey, Tom.
We had a lot of fun when everybody was pouring out of this stadium, too. We have got some very, very happy Eagles fans in the city today. Everybody said the defense was stupendous. The offense did exactly what it had to do to get the job done, and this was just a simple walk toward the Super Bowl.
I'll tell you right now, they played phenomenally. They were defensively and offensively, they played absolutely dominant on both sides of the ball. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. It was awesome.
They did great today. That defense is on top, and Vic is going down next week. They are swarming, and they tackle. This ain't the Packers. This ain't the Vikings defense. This is the NFC East defense.
Defense! Defense! Not even close. This ball game was over from the beginning. Not even close. Eagles!
This was one of the best games for the fact that everybody thought we were going to come out and lay an egg, but no, we came and hit hard all day. Go Birds. Go Birds.
Go Birds. I thought they did great. It's exactly what I thought they would do. They covered. That's what matters.
Doesn't matter.
And they're going to do it again next week. We're going to see Atlanta next week, and we're on our way to the Super Bowl.
Our defense played absolutely unbelievable. Donovan McNabb looked great. They played well. They played well. All around, they're not rusty. I don't care what anybody said. Andy Reid made the best choice. I'm not going to let them guys sit. By letting them guys sit, Andy Reid made the best choice.
Are the Eagles going to go to the Super Bowl? No doubt about it, baby. No doubt about it.
They did awesome. They really can do it without T.I. I mean, he's great and all. He had a great year, but it really proves that they can do anything without him. I mean, we missed him and stuff. He was on the side, but it's all right. He'll be back in Jacksonville!
Jacksonville had a good day. We got a lot of good players, but hope Owens is back for the Super Bowl. Let's go beat Atlanta next week. Eagles played great. Brian Westbrook from the 20, in, out, bing, bang, done. Game's over. Minnesota, go back to that dome because it's too cold in Philly for you. You gotta love it.
Can't wait till next week. We're going all the way this time. I know we are.
Eagles!
Bing, bang, done. What more do you have to say about it? Some very happy fans out here today. And Don and Dave, I got to tell you, a compliment to all of these fans out here. I got to meet Hank Fraley earlier this week on another story, and he was talking about how the Philadelphia fans for this team are really the extra guy down on the field. They feel those fans, they know they're out there for them, and it makes all the difference. And today, I think the fans really earned their pay as well. Back to you guys.
12th man, baby.
That's right.
That one guy, that was great. Go back to the dome! Go to the dome!
Yes. There's nothing better than happy Eagles fans. There's nothing worse than disgruntled fans.
No,
Am I right?
Let's try to get those fans out of here. Dorothy Krishik joins us now with a report on how the traffic is looking here around the Lincoln Financial Stadium?
Well, it's a whole lot of fans is what it is. We have so many folks exiting. It's a mass exodus, I guess you could call it. Broad Street, Patterson Avenue, you're going to find it completely blocked up. In fact, Sky Fox live over a very crowded I-95. Also, we have northbound, very tight volume traveling out of this general vicinity. And by the way, if you're waiting for someone to head home from the game, Schuylkill Expressway, also some major delays between University and South Street. So you can expect a heavier ride also from just about the Gladwin area through to the Conshohocken Curve. That, we are told, the remaining volume from an earlier vehicle fire. So you're going to have a happy fan coming home, but probably a late fan. So just be patient. Back to you guys.
All right. Thanks a lot, Dorothy.
I don't know how you look so good at a football game, Dorothy.
I'm trying to stay warm.
Are you having fun?
It has been
Is
a
this
blast.
awesome or what?
It really is.
Good.
It's so exciting and so much fun for everyone involved.
Well, you know what? You got to come back next week because
Well,
we're doing it all over again,
That's
baby.
right. I'll take you up on that.
Jacksonville, here we come.
Here we come. That's when you can warm up.
Absolutely. More
All
hand
right.
warmers next time.
All right. Thanks, Dorothy. All right. Much more to come right here from Lincoln Financial Field when the post game comes right back.
Right here on Fox 29.
Now playing on Fox 29, one troublemaker, three rowdy sons, a simple-minded dad, and a very clumsy neighbor. The home of comedy. The Simpsons at 6, Malcolm at 6:30, Simpsons at 7, and Seinfeld at 7:30. Critics call it the funniest shows in one place. The home of comedy. Weeknights at 6 on Fox 29. It's the weekend. News doesn't take the day off. Neither does Fox 29. The Fox 29 10 o'clock news. Working the stories, working the weekends.
Two amazing vehicles, one great offer. Right now, qualified returning Daimler Chrysler lessees can get a 2005 Jeep Liberty Sport with the legendary capability of Jeep for just $199 a month. Or choose the 2005 Chrysler Pacifica with the highest rollover resistance rating of any SUV tested for just $199 a month. Or if you purchase, get 0% financing plus up to $2,500 in bonus cash. The choice is up to you. Take your pick at your Chrysler Jeep dealer today.
Sand painting is practiced by many cultures. Notice how they place the sand, one grain at a time. They've been working on this piece for over 8 days. I'm sorry, no pictures, please. Just look at the detail.
Want to get away? Now you can. Fly Southwest Airlines nonstop service from Philadelphia to Hartford Springfield for just $29 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
Once, a man tried to start his car on a dark, lonely highway. Nothing happened. No lights, no engine. Know what he did next?
Called his dealership for a tow?
Couldn't. Warranty expired.
His insurance company?
He needed it fixed, not
Did he
towed.
call his mom?
No, but he wanted to. It was the battery. Got a new one in? And got your car off that dark, lonely highway.
AAA. Join now and get help.
And you can see them already working on the field, getting ready for next week's game against Atlanta Falcons. You can see the grounds crew working hard, got the blower on the field, warming things up. Yeah. This is rock solid right now.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, you don't think about it, but this is jobs for people, all the people who work the games. You got the ground crew, the wait staff, everybody who works here. And this is money for the city and brings a lot of jobs to Philadelphia, too.
It sure
a lot of
does.
jobs,
You made me mention, reminded me something that I do have to mention. That while we were trying to get down here, the wonderful people down here at the stadium, but unfortunately there was a misunderstanding. They wouldn't let Dawn on the field, so she put her Brian Westbrook on, and she put on a juke boy and bypassed and outran him.
But we figured things out, and everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's good. The crew down here is great.
My highlight.
All right.
Let's get right to Tolly.
Hey, Dawn and David, it's so great to see the Eagles family with their personal family. So Jermaine Mayberry, one of our dear friends, joined us and introduced me to this shy young man, Jermaine.
This is my son, Little Jay.
How old?
He's 5.
All right, and he's just kind of watching you on TV, and a lot of people were watching you guys on TV today. You gave Donovan time, and that's what you need to make the difference in a game.
You know, I think across the board we did a good job executing. You know, we had some a nice rhythm. You know, the plays that were called did a good job keeping those guys off balance, and you know, our skill people made a lot of plays, so it made our job, you know, easier today.
the skill people involves the wide receivers, obviously, and those guys had taken a lot of heat when T.O. went down, and for some other reasons, people criticizing them. The way they responded to that, I thought, was very impressive in terms of their character.
Yeah, you know, those guys have a lot of heart, and they play hard and work hard, and you know, sometimes, you know, the criticism can be unfair, but they responded well to it today.
Let's talk a little bit about the Atlanta Falcons. That's the next challenge, and there's so much talk about Michael, and there should be, and we'll hear about Vic McNabb all week long, but their defense might be the most improved defense in the league, and you guys know you'll have a battle.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know much about them, but we know that they play hard. We know they have, you know, good ends, good inside people. I know
Kearney and those guys.
Kearney and the defensive tackle, he has quite a few sacks, and he causes a lot of problems for offenses, so we know we're going to have our hands full.
But you guys have taken on all the challenges, and you'll bring this one on, too, and take it on.
You know, we're going to work hard and prepare hard this week, and hopefully next Sunday we'll have the same result as this week.
This young man is hiding back here. Eagles going to win next week? Yes, that was a yes. Jermaine, good to see you. And now let's join a guy that Jermaine was blocking for, Freddie Mitchell, talking about his big day with a couple of touchdowns.
Their catch that you got in the end zone after
I mean, I was just staying along with the play, you know, until the whistle blows. You know, that's one thing that, as a team, we wanted to do. You know, never quit until the play's over. So I'm just at the right place at the right time, I guess.
How long have you been working on that touchdown celebration?
I mean, wait, how long was it, Westbrook? I think it just came up during the week, you know, something to make somebody smile, you know. Just glad I got the opportunity to actually make plays.
Brian, were you surprised at how often they use the linebacker to safety and cover you, and sometimes they switched up and split a linebacker?
I think, you know, basically throughout the whole season, I've been matched up on a lot of linebackers and safeties, and, you know, as a team, we have to exploit those matchups. Anytime that you could get a better athlete on a linebacker or safety, you gotta take advantage of it, and I think today was an example of that.
Brian, were there plays, there's formations where you're lined up wide or in slot? Were all they in place before T.O. got hurt?
Oh, some of them were.
How many were put in after?
Some of them were. We didn't really need to use them as much, but some of them definitely were put in after T.O. was injured. But you know, we have that ability in our packages in our offense, and Coach took advantage of them today.
Freddie, I wonder how you might feel about having stolen the show against the Vikings.
I mean, I'm trying to take a humble approach, you know. I definitely want to say hi to all my new friends out there. The people that doubted me and the receivers, you know, we just stepped it up and took advantage of, you know, our opportunity. I'm just happy that we won. You know, we've been there before. Now we just got to take all this experience we have from the last 3 years and put it together.
When was the last time you had that busy of a game?
It goes back to UCLA Fiesta Bowl. 9 catches, 185. I think against Wisconsin. So it feels good to get beat up a little bit and have a couple bruises and stuff. It actually feels good.
Thanks. It is always fun to be around Freddie Mitchell, and it's more fun when he has the kind of game he had today. But, Dawn and Dave, I'll tell you, we had a real fashion statement there because you had maybe the bow tie from a Dhani Jones, and then you also had the hat from his country and western fan, Toby Keith, I bet, man. So, unbelievable stuff, man.
And you also have the new one hat, too.
That's
I think
right,
that's
absolutely.
one city, one team, one dream.
Absolutely. Hey, we're joined now by Chad Lewis and his better half, Michelle. Congratulations. This is so exciting.
Yeah, it was a fun win. It was a team win, defense, offense, special teams. And it was fun answering the critics. You know, everyone thought we were going to be rusty, and, you know, we put that to bed quick, and it was a great game.
Okay, the most important critic, how did he play today?
Awesome.
Okay, now see, it's all, you must have been all right today, then.
That played awesome.
You know, you, during the political campaign, you were at a rally for President George W. Bush in Bucks County, and afterwards you had told me that you fully expected, and you mentioned this with the president, that you'll be in the Rose Garden this year. Are you looking forward to that Rose Garden celebration?
Well, we got a lot of work to do before then, but he was cool. He said, you know, I hope you guys win it all, and we'll see you in the spring in the Rose Garden. And we all laughed. That'd be fun if we could beat the Falcons next week and go down and win the Super Bowl. That'd be fun. But the Falcons, we saw last night. They are a force to be reckoned with, and so it's going to be an important week of practice for us, and it's going to be a fun game.
You got Atlanta. They played the Rams, so of course they look good. They weren't anything.
Absolutely.
My kids, Emily, Sarah, Jacob, and Jeff. We're coming home. We're coming home. Yay!
We're holding them up from coming home.
A special dinner. Do you have any special routine before games or anything to tell? Just tuna fish, spaghetti, you know, just all the basics. You know, I'm not much of a cook, but we like to eat at home. So.
Well, thanks a lot for stopping by, you guys. We appreciate you. Congratulations
Made
again.
our city proud.
Yeah. Thanks again.
Thanks,
appreciate
Chad.
it
Thanks,
very
Michelle.
much. All right.
We're going to take a quick time out. That was fun.
That was good.
We'll be right back right here on Fox 29.
Introducing the Ford 500. It combines the control of front wheel or available all-wheel drive with an innovative reinforced structure for precise handling and a secure feeling on the road. The new Ford 500, elevating the sedan.
Lease a 500 for only $299 a month or buy starting at just $22,795 only at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Paris and Nicole are back, and this time they're the business world's worst nightmare. They're interns.
I love that.
From a plastic surgeon's office
I will throw up spicy blood.
to a bakery
It's pasta and
to a busy daycare.
I think she went.
They're unprepared. They're unqualified. They're hired. The Simple Life Interns, Wednesday, January 26th on Fox.
On the next Malcolm, it's time to change the baby's diaper.
I want to do it. No way, we're supposed to take turns.
Mom told us Jamie swallowed one of her diamond earrings. Whoever finds it when it comes out gets a $20 reward.
Smells like my ticket to Easy Street.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Monday at 6:30 on Fox 29.
Feel like punching the clock when you punch the clock? How to deal with job stress?
Gracious, if Brad and Jen can't make it, who can? We'll ask a divorce attorney next Good Day.
In a town filled with mystery, a secret legacy is about to be unleashed.
She was just there in the water. We found Christina.
You knew this day would come, Kingston.
She doesn't know how she affects people, how she changes people.
There are two sides to every soul.
When people get close to me, if I get angry or upset,
Something bad happens to him.
Point Pleasant.
Wednesday at 9 on Fox 29.
The sun is setting on Lincoln Financial Field. The wind's picking up. It's cold, but our hearts are warm because we had a great victory. Dawn and Dave reporting live to you.
That was pretty poetic.
Well, thank you, David. I try.
All right, that's enough of that. Nick Smith is standing by outside.
Are we happy or what?
We are happy. Nick Smith is standing by outside the stadium with some of the fans out here. Nick?
How are you guys? I see, Dave, I see that you understand the secret of the wool cap there. That's the only way to stay warm out here as the temperatures continue to drop, like Dawn just said. You know, earlier you all were talking about some of the things that happened during the game. Not only were the fans absolutely great, but there are a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that we don't often see, and that's because of the security measures in place to keep things safe and some of the things they actually do to step up to make sure that fans and other things don't get out of line. But take a look at some of the things that we saw earlier today. What we actually had a chance to do was see fans actually enjoying themselves. They were out and about. They were really having a chance to get into the mood of the game and everything there. They were actually excited about all the things that were happening. Now, what I also want you to know is that what was also happening while the fans were enjoying themselves were security measures in place to make sure that things did not get out of line. And when I spoke to some of the people here for the game, they were really excited that security measures had indeed been stepped up.
I think they should be the face value of the seats, but that's in a perfect world. Not going to happen.
We have inspectors out on the street looking for illegal merchandise, counterfeit tickets, scalpers, anything that's detrimental to the public.
Now, they say it's extremely important to make sure that they actually catch counterfeiters and people up to no good and actually trying to pass bad tickets. Within the first 45 minutes, Licensing Inspector Verdi tells me that thousands of dollars worth of merchandise was actually confiscated. That included hats, gloves, pictures, and shirts. Now, Fox 29 has also learned that there was an arrest in connection with the pending use of nitrous oxide. So that was something else that they were actually looking out for today. And again, an arrest was indeed made. And we're going to toss it back over to you guys. Don, Dave.
Thank you, Nick. But all in all, everything was pretty calm and pretty safe. You always like to hear that.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was talking to some of the security people earlier, and they were saying that the number of arrests here at the stadium are down considerably compared to what they had at the vet. So things are improving here at Lincoln Financial.
That's because we're winning, and we're going all the way.
There you go. There you go. We have much more right here on the post-game report on Fox 29. Stay with us.
All you need is Good Day.
Your morning commute could be difficult.
Good Day Philadelphia. All live.
Look down live to the scene.
All local.
The weather picture has changed a lot.
All morning.
The conditions obviously not great for commuting.
Watch it every morning.
Look who stopped by.
Good Day Philadelphia.
Hey, hey, hey.
Weekdays at 5, starting January 24th.
That's all.
Now playing on Fox 29. One troublemaker, 3 rowdy sons, a simple-minded dad, and a very clumsy neighbor. The home of comedy. The Simpsons at 6. Malcolm at 6:30. Simpsons at 7. And Seinfeld at 7:30. Critics call it the funniest shows in one place. The home of comedy. Weeknights at 6 on Fox 29.
Fox Tuesday. American Idol is back. Bigger. Better.
You can make your heart feel something that it was.
Welcome to Hollywood. And better.
Wow, we need this music everywhere.
I don't like music anymore.
TV's #1 series returns, American Idol.
Tuesday at 8 on Fox 29. Tonight.
A controversial website targets high school cheerleaders. It's legal, but does that make it right? Parents speak out tonight on the Fox 29 10 o'clock news.
To win this game, it will take a knack for scoring.
We lost our entire outfield and a couple of court cases.
Arrested Development.
Tonight at 8:30 on Fox 29. It's the weekend. News doesn't take the day off. Neither does Fox 29. Joyce Evans, Christian Farr, big stories, breaking events. Karen Thomas, winter for the week ahead. Tally and Billy B. Philly's best sports. The Fox 29 10 o'clock news. Working the stories, working the weekends.
Hal and Lois take the boys camping.
God forbid they should have a little interaction with nature.
Melt in the middle.
Monday at 6:30 on Fox 29.
Big plays, big players. Donovan, Westbrook, Mitchell. Those were the keys to the game today, I think.
Yeah, well, but it's a lot of guys stepping up.
Oh, yeah.
And all you heard for, the whole week was, oh, so-and-so's got to step up. We don't have T.O. Well, guess what? We've got a great team.
Yeah.
And that's really what this is all about. And, I know I say this all the time, but these Eagles players are just special people when you get to know them.
And you get a chance to do that.
Cooking with Artist Hicks.
Yeah.
Tolly, let's get right to you.
Absolutely, and speaking of Artist Hicks, I'm with Billy V, and by the way, let's explain the discrepancy. He just has the suit on. I have the coat on because underneath all I have is my Martin Luther King Day of Service T-shirt from the great Todd Bernstein. So that explains why I had to put the coat on. But you were with
mine on too. Then we can be twins.
Oh, stop it! You were with Artist Hicks, who Dawn was just talking about, a guy who's so grateful for the opportunity to play and takes full advantage of it, like Sammy Rayburn, who we just had on. Mm-hmm. And he is a guy that kind of typifies the grit of this team, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, really, Tyler, the whole offensive line. These guys are the unsung heroes on this team, and they come out and they get it done every week without getting the publicity. And I talked to Artist Hicks about the fact that they gave Donovan McNabb time to throw today, and they got that early lead. The second time they touched the ball, they marched downfield and got the early lead, and it's great to play from in front. And play with a lead.
It was very important, especially because they won the coin toss and they got the first ball. Our defense went and shut them out. We get on the field and go, and score first. So it kind of makes a statement of, hey, this is our house. We run the show in here.
They have a great player in Kevin Williams, but I didn't hear his name too much today.
You know what, guys, man, a tremendous athlete, man. You know, he's a Pro Bowler, you know, and myself personally, you know, early on in the game, you know, he got on my edge one time, and, you know, I had to kind of adjust how I was going to play him. And once I did that, you know, I was pretty good, and I feel like we played him pretty good as a unit today. And, you know, like you said, you didn't hear his name that much, but he's still a great player, man.
You guys also gave Donovan time to throw today. He was standing back there, and, you know, different receivers making plays, but it all starts, of course, up front.
Well, you know what, in the NFL, you know, if you don't protect the quarterback, nothing's going to happen. You know, because defensive backs are good, defensive coordinators are good, and they're going to scheme you. So, but on the flip side of that is defensive backs can't cover forever. So if you let the quarterback sit back, you know, those guys are going to come open. And, you know, you just take pride, you know, in your trade and your craft of being an offensive lineman and protecting them, and everything turns out good.
Guys get 27 points today. Just imagine there were 3 opportunities down inside the 10-yard line where you had to settle for field goals or didn't get any points.
Well, you know what? It happens sometimes. You know, it's just as long as you come out with more points at the end, that's all that matters. You know, would we have liked to had points those 3 times? Yeah, you know, make the score look even a little bit better. But, you know, no one in here is going to complain about that because we came out winners today.
Thanks. Yeah, that's right. They put up 27 points, and that's all you can do is outscore the other team. Although, you know, it wasn't a perfect performance. There are things that they can work on. But I'll tell you what, Tolly, again, Artis Hicks and Trey Thomas and Jermaine Mayberry and Hank Fraley and John Runyon, the guys up front, deserve so much credit.
Yeah, and you know something I think may have gotten lost in the excitement of the victory? One way you can tell a well-coached team is they don't take bad penalties. And the Vikings in that first half... You can't be well coached when you take penalties. They had a penalty on the kickoff. They had the pass interference. They had the hold. Really, really hurt them, Billy V. And we'll talk a lot more about that tonight on the Fox 29 10 o'clock news, because right now Dawn and Dave have more thoughts from the field. Our philosophers in residence, Dawn and Dave.
Philosophers extraordinaire, thank you very much. Hey, we've got much more right here on the Eagles post-game report here on Fox 29. Christian Farr standing by at the studio with some headlines.
With some headlines. And Rob Garrido rushed from the game back to the station, so he's going to give you the latest forecast. That's coming up.
Up by 7. McNabb over the middle. Elgin Smith lost the football into the end zone for a touchdown.
Fox Sunday. It's the biggest aviator adventure ever. We'll make it on a wing and a prayer. No! And all these Simpsons. Then on Arrested Development, catch the softball game that gives scoring a whole new meaning.
We lost our entire outfield and a couple of court cases.
It all starts tonight at 8 on Fox 29. Tonight.
A controversial website targets high school cheerleaders. It's legal, but does that make it right? Parents speak out tonight on the Fox 29 10 o'clock news.
Paris and Nicole are back, and this time they're the business world's worst nightmare. They're interns.
I love that.
From a plastic surgeon's office
I will throw up my blood.
to a bakery
It's called on my name!
to a busy daycare.
I think she wins.
They're unprepared. They're unqualified. They're hired. The Simple Life Interns, Wednesday, January 26th on Fox.
If you're like most people, getting a home loan or refinancing can seem a little disorienting. Need help?
Yeah.
Follow me! While no company can make the process easy, Home 123 makes it easier on you. So follow a smarter path.
Thanks.
Step 1, call Home 123. They look beyond your credit score to understand your situation so they can offer the best loan possible. Step 2, they provide resources like the Home 123 Loan Toolkit with everything you should know to make your experience easier. And Step 3, they guide you along the way, and the loan they offer is the loan you'll get.
Call 1-800-515-5355 or go to home123.com for your free loan toolkit.
Home 123, cutting through the loan clutter.
Dawn and Dave reporting live for the Fox 29 post-game report. It's always fun, Dave, when the big story is good news for the Philadelphia Eagles.
We've been out here a couple of times when the news has not been so good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of news in our community right now. Let's start with Christian Farr. He's standing by at the Fox 29 studio with the very latest headlines. Christian?
Hey, Dawn and Dave, you look a little cold out there, but hey, big story besides the Eagles' victory. Of course, we're talking about the bone-chilling cold, and we haven't seen the worst just yet. Rob Guarino is here with the talk of snow, and Rob, say it ain't so.
Well, you know, we've turned the knob on winter, that's for sure. We really haven't had much of a winter. We're in it now, so let's get right to it. Temperatures in the low 30s for the most part, and the big story now is the winds continue to kick up out of the northeast, so the wind chills are in the 20s. They will drop in the teens. Now, the talk of snow, where is it? Let's look at the latest radar, and you can see we have two systems, actually. One coming in from the south. This is a coastal weak system that's going to get South Jersey with some light snow, and you see a little back here towards Delaware, and then back off to the north and west. Now, we open it up a little bit again. Here's the system moving, just brushing the coast, and then we've got a frontal system right here pushing into our region. Here's the front. Windy and colder weather on the way, a dusting to an inch overnight tonight. Much more to talk about. Several more chances of snow down the road, so we'll talk about that tonight at 10. Christian.
All right, Rob, thanks a lot. Well, the weather here doesn't even compare to what they're experiencing in Utah. An avalanche at a ski resort in Park City surprised and overtook several skiers. Today, rescuers pulled the body of one person from the massive snow pile. At least 5 people are stranded. Hundreds of rescuers are painstakingly searching for others. Officials don't expect to find any survivors. The avalanche spans about 300 yards wide, and the snow is 30 feet deep in some areas. Well, a former pro football player is hospitalized right now after being shot by a Miami police officer. It happened during a robbery investigation. Barrett Robbins, who was a center for the Oakland Raiders, was shot several times in the torso. Police officers say Robbins struggled violently with detectives, and the officer who shot the football player was, quote, fighting for his life. Robbins is listed in critical condition. Big changes could be in the works at your favorite local sports bar. Ask Any Smoker game day for them is not complete without a beer and a cigarette in hand, but one lawmaker is planning to introduce a new bill to ban smoking in all bars and restaurants in Philadelphia. The idea is facing tough opposition from Eagles fans who smoke.
Well, then they don't have to come out to the bar. If you don't want to be around it, don't come there.
I think it's a better experience if there isn't any smoke. Having been out in California on business, it was great to be able to go out and not stink when you went home.
If the smoking ban passes, Philadelphia would join New York, California, Boston, as well as the first state of Delaware. In the national political scene, President Bush is about to take his second oath of office, and security will be tighter than ever. This morning, authorities fine-tuned their security plan during a rehearsal in Washington, D.C. Inauguration Day is designated a national special security event, which means the Secret Service will take the lead over 40 government agencies. Thursday's presidential inauguration will be the first since the 9/11 tragedy, and you can see it live right here on Fox 29. Tonight on the Fox 29 10 o'clock news, a controversial website targeting high school cheerleaders. It highlights what are called upskirts, pictures taken up women's skirts. The website takes submissions from around the country, and if you're a member, you have access to even more. Some parents argue it's child pornography. The website operators say it's legal. You decide tonight at 10. Also tonight on the Fox 29 10 o'clock news, Rob tells us when the snow will arrive and what the next 9 days hold in store. Plus more on the Eagles' big win from the players and the fans. Stay with us.
Fox Tuesday. American Idol is back. Bigger. Better.
You can make your heart feel something that it was.
Welcome to Hollywood.
And better.
Wow, we need this music everywhere.
I don't like music anymore.
TV's #1 series returns, American Idol.
Tuesday at 8 on Fox 29.
The weather was so much better yesterday.
A bad day in Florida beats a good day almost anywhere else. Just go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines' $49 internet specials from Philadelphia to Florida. Purchased by February 3rd, only at Southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Fox 29 post-game report. Dave Huddleston here, along with Dawn Stenzel. And final thoughts as we wrap up our post-game.
Yeah, let's get into Don Tollefson and Bill Vargas for your final thoughts of this awesome, as you would say, Tolly, awesome day here at Lincoln Financial Field.
Tolly, do you say awesome? I've never heard you do that.
And Billy V, what will be most awesome, looking ahead, about the Eagles' effort against the Falcons? What do you expect to see next Sunday?
About like we saw today, Tolly. The offense clicked for almost 400 yards. The defense did a great job, held them to basically 7 points until the end of the game. And by the way, Greg Lewis told me the reason he had such a big game, 52-yard reception and all, is because he was featured with Don Stenzel on the sidelines piece on Fox 29 Game Day Live today. That's right.
Wow, that was exactly it. Of course, we'll have a lot more on Sports Sunday tonight. Good day tomorrow. But great for you guys to join us. And we gave you a pretty good game now that you joined the sports department, kids.
Oh, thank you.
You know what? You know, whenever it's a big game, they call out the big gun.
Oh.
It's a Bigfoot. But,
No, we like hanging out with you guys.
I know, you guys, thank you very much for sharing the spotlight with us here, because this is a treat for us.
Yeah, it really is. There's an old saying, a family that prays together stays together.
Yeah.
A team that prays together goes to the Super Bowl.
Hey.
I think this team is so special to
You
me,
can't
really.
get any better
Just
than
their
that.
faith.
Thanks a lot for joining us. Don't forget, Fox 29, 10 o'clock news tonight. Good night, everybody.
Do you have a great idea for a new product or invention? Each year, billions of dollars are spent on new products. Call Advent Product Development to help patent, trademark, and protect your idea. Advent Product Development specializes in marketing new products and inventions. They've got the contacts, experience, and legal background to help people just like you turn ideas into success stories. Stop dreaming, start doing. Call today for your free inventor's kit.
Call now, 1-800-34-INVENT, or on the web at freeinventorskit.com.
Who's switching to Cavalier Telephone? Your neighbor switched to save money each month on our $24.95 plan with 5 cents a minute in-state or out-of-state long distance. Your other neighbor chose Cavalier to get the top-notch features, including voicemail and caller ID. The school teacher switched to get the $25 blazing fast DSL internet access. There's plenty of reasons to switch to Cavalier Telephone. What are you waiting for?
The best thing about childhood is, at some point it stops.
Well, I don't know why my mom's so tight, but I got a feeling something ain't right. I got a 165 IQ, but I'm a normal kid just like you. You've been stealing money from the church. Parents to the left of me, brothers to the right, Malcolm in the middle with you.
It's TV's funniest show 5 days in a row. Malcolm in the Middle.
Weeknights at 6:30 on Fox 29.
Paris and Nicole are back, and this time they're the business world's worst nightmare. They're interns.
I love that.
From a plastic surgeon's office
I will throw up my blood.
to a bakery.